Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today. So we're walking on the island and just enjoying the sun. It's a beautiful day, but people are missing money. Money is missing out of banks right now, and this is serious. So before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And today we have a sponsor, Ageless Multi-Collagen, which I will cover a little bit later. But let's get right into it, guys. Wells Fargo Bank this week had a glitch that has not been solved for some people. And the glitch is, pretty blatant, where people had their direct deposits that were put into their account for paychecks and electronic payments, and they just didn't get the payments. And people know, when you get paid, the date it's supposed to come in, and people went to their bank accounts and the money was not there. Disturbing. And, Wells Fargo wouldn't talk about how widespread this was, but the thing about this was that Wells Fargo tried to cover it up via social media and via other people and said, hey, listen, the money's there, you just can't see it. So Jennifer, who's a subscriber, Jennifer went down to her bank and said, you're right, Dan, I can't see the money because it's not there. So to sit there and be told that the money's there is ridiculous. Now, I also have an announcement for you guys where I'm buying a $15 million house because I've got $45 million in the bank. And, don't worry about it. You just can't see it. It's there. Don't worry about it. So it's insane to sit there and to tell people this and to lie to them like this. Now, Wells Fargo Bank is one of the worst banks on the planet Earth, and it's had nothing but problems, and it's been plagued by issues for, a decade now, basically. They've been fined hundreds of millions of dollars, setting up fake accounts, doing different things like this. But this is a problem, guys, and we're seeing this more and more and more. Now, here's the other problem, is that there's a few banking stories with this today. What do you do if you go in there and you don't have your payment? This is what's catastrophic for people, is that there are people that live literally paycheck to paycheck. There are people, and I've done this, I've been so broke at times, and I'm like, gosh, I know I'm getting that check on Thursday, and I know my car payment's late. If they don't get it, they're going to do this. Well, there's a couple days here. I'll just kind of lob that check over there, and then by the time they cash the check, the money will be in the account. How many people did that? And then Wells Fargo charged them bank fees. That's the thing. Wells Fargo is incredibly unforgiving when it comes to bank fees. And, one thing that, I spoke to a rep that worked at Bank of America, had a lot of conversations with them lately. And I said, hey, what do you guys do with the overdraft fees for people when they have situations like this? And they said, Dan, if somebody asks, we will give them. We will not voluntarily give them the money and say, hey, listen, you were charged and we think it was wrong. They're never going to do that. You have to look at your account. You have to ask for this money. So that's what people need to do. People need to be proactive when it comes to getting money and things like this. But the Wells Fargo situation is just the beginning. You're starting to see more and more issues like that. And next one is Chase Bank. I'd like to say 8 people write me over the course of the last week from around the country with Chase Bank. So it's not just a California thing, a Texas thing, whatever. Somebody's working on this house right there. That's what the tractor is right now. But what Chase is doing right now is, oh, you want to see your balance? Agree to our new terms and conditions that are over 100 pages long, 105 pages long. Like, you're going to do that. Hey, I just want to check my balance. I just want to make sure that there's money in this account. No, not a chance. Agree to the terms and conditions, and then we'll let you see the money. So that's what's awful. And remember, you can't see the money. The money's there, though. Who believes that? Who believes that? And it's a glitch. And some of the glitches got resolved already, Dan, but some of them didn't. And again, were you guys one of the people that had this happen to you? Share it with us. Let us know about this, because, this is what people don't want to admit. People are embarrassed that they are tight on cash, but this banking situation's happening to everybody. Let's talk about our sponsor, Ageless Multi-Collagen. Collagen has been called a fountain of youth. And so many people right now are looking for Botox and looking for fillers and different things that they can do to get a quick fix. There's no such thing, but there is something that you can take every day that will make a difference in your life, and that is collagen, ageless multi-collagen. I put mine in my coffee every day. It's how I start my day, and I have taken this now for 3 months, and it's made a huge difference in my nail health, my hair health, my joint pain. I ran 3 miles this morning, and I felt nothing, okay? It was fantastic, and I really attributed taking the collagen. Go look at healthwithdan.com and see how you can save 51% off the price. But I want to read something to you. This is from Sherry. Sherry writes, I want to tell you how good the Ageless Collagen works. I started it about 2 weeks ago and it really made a huge difference. Thank you. I have told so many people about this, and I look so good. You rock, Dan. Okay? You guys, don't just take it from me. Take it from Sherry. Go get Ageless Multi-Collagen today. Go look at healthwithdan.com and save 51% off the regular price. But this stuff is amazing. Get it today. Now, there's a lot more banking news. This is going to happen around the world, okay? It seems lately that Australia leads the world in stupidity, so I'm just going to blame it on that. We saw a lot of things, that happened with them, and it kind of continues. Commonwealth Bank right now, Commonwealth Bank. This was something that was talked about earlier this year. These guys actually did this. If they don't like what you're doing socially, you could get locked out of your money and denied access to your money. That's in their terms and conditions. Read the story below. Are you engaging in harmful speech? Are you engaging in harassing people? Are you taking advantage of people or doing anything that we seem socially unfit? What does that mean? What does that? Read this. Read this. Do you understand? In the world right now, 50% of the people, if you talk politics, 50% of the people hate what you talk about. Understand? Well, let me listen to Dan's position. No, Dan's an idiot. Have you met Dan? Dan's stupid. Oh my gosh. Okay. In the UK, there were 1,000 people a day getting their accounts closed because of their politics. And then finally, bank regulators stepped in and said, you can't do that. We're going to get our brain suit out. Even in classy, good old Britain, they're going to get their brain suit out. So what did they do? They stopped that action. And these people stepped down from the banks. Okay, that's great. So that's what has to be done, guys. You can't just sit there and deny people access to their money because you don't like their beliefs. That's lunacy, guys. That's absolute lunacy. And the problem with it is that it's happening. Absolutely happening right now. Now, think about this. What is their say? Who is this? Okay? I know people that don't like cats. Okay? And I'm a dog guy myself, but I don't care if you like cats. I have a friend that runs a fantastic cat charity, and she's a great person, but I don't sit there and look down upon her because she likes cats, okay? But there are people that have done things to people, like close their bank accounts for something like that. You understand? No, she likes cats. You think I'm kidding. Read the article below. When does it end, guys? How about just we all get along, No, can't do that, Dan. Can't do that. This is a great spot just to sit and look at the boats and stuff in the background. These banks are trying to tell us that they're in complete control. They don't want you to have your money. They don't want you to be able to pay your bills, buy what you want, do what you want. No, not at all. But remember, the money's in there, you just can't see it. Remember that. That's going to be my new line with everybody as I go talk to real estate agents and things like that. I might as well just buy that, $20 million house now because the money's there. You just can't see it. So, Wells Fargo Bank. Bank of America steps forward and says, hey, listen, we're going to take recession off the table. Okay, guys, you do that. You take recession off the table. Michael Hartnett, who works for Bank of America, is one of the most conservative guys out there. He's not screaming this. It's other people that work there that are talking about this. And one thing about Bank of America is they have certain bank people that do strategy and people that talk about the economy that are very conservative and talk about how certain things are really hurting right now. Certain sectors are really hurting. But no, let's take a recession off the table. We're not going to be in a recession anymore. Okay. Do you believe that? Seriously. The job numbers come out and we're supposed to believe that unemployment went down. Okay? They only hired, 190,000 people, and they were all temporary summer jobs. And, ADP should get sued for what they do right now. ADP talks about their numbers and how they go up, and for some reason, this makes the news every day. ADP, it's such a scam as far as I'm concerned, and they should get their brain suit out for the fluff piece that they do. When was the last time ADP's payroll numbers matched what the Fed said? Tell me. Oh, damn, it was 2018. Okay, whatever, okay? But it hasn't been in the last 3 years. Not at all. And right now, we have a huge miss as far as the number of jobs that are out there. We're supposed to have 222,000. It's going to be at least 200,000. You'll see. And it comes in much less. And, oh, this is good news. It's great. Don't you know how great this is? That nobody's working? Okay. Now, here's one for you. How about this? There are more seniors today than in history today, okay, 2023, that don't have money for retirement. Now, me and my friends that are in our late 50s, we don't think that there's going to be Social Security for us. Not that we're planning on Social Security, but we are planning on the day that that is going to be bankrupt. Well, how's that going to work out? Seriously. I just went to a high school reunion and I met a myriad of people, from successful realtors, doctors, people that lived with their parents still because of health reasons and things like that. But they sure could not afford certain things, and they need the retirement money right now. That's not going to be there for these people at all. And you're seeing more and more people right now that don't have that extra cash right now. So, difficult times right now, guys. Nobody wants to sit there and look at this. Oh, you're just a doom and gloomer, Dan. That's what you are. No, guys. What's funny is talked to the economic ninja today, extensive. We had a big, long conversation, and we're talking about everything from a course to the economy to everything that's going on right now. And so many people are just burying their heads in the sand right now and don't want to sit there and don't want to prep. And, think about this. I've got water at my house that we could live, if something went wrong, for a year. I've got food for a year, everything for a year in case there's a problem. And that came from my brother, who, God love him, but a month? What do you mean a month? A month? You were locked in your house for a year. You're going to sit there and be ready for a month? So I'm ready for this, okay? For anything that could possibly go down. But you want to know what? Nobody is. These people do not have any money right now to get themselves through an extended period of time. That's the one thing that I'm going to work on with you guys, is how to set up an emergency fund and how to put money aside so that you have it for a rainy day. And I don't care if you're on a fixed income or if you've got $25 million in the house. You need to have cash and you need to have things put aside so that you're ready for this. Buy some silver, buy some gold, and have it, okay, in case things go south. Now, can you eat gold and silver? No. But you need to have it. You really do. And you need to be prepared for this right now, because what's going to happen is only going to get worse right now. This public dock is really nice. This is on the island side over here. And it's just really beautiful. But a day like this, I'm telling you, I could just literally put up a tripod and just film with this in the background. It's so nice. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. Let me know what you think about this. And, you know, half of the people out there don't like what you believe in. Remember that, okay? It's that simple. And it's stupid, okay? It's stupid. And because we're all on the same team. Everybody wants their kids safe. Everybody wants the police to protect us. Everybody wants, to go out and have a dinner and not worry about getting robbed on the way back to the car. You know what I mean? That's my thought. So let me know what you think about this, guys. Let me know. I want to thank Todd for this next story because this is absolutely amazing. You know, retail crime has been such a problem, but, you know, the crime in general is getting a lot crazier right now. And what I mean by that is, you're seeing jewelry store robberies. Here in Southern California, this week, there were 3 major jewelry store robberies. The last one was in Riverside County, 45 minutes from me. Okay? They stole 900 grand worth of stuff and, smash and grab, broke everything. And just this is happening more and more. It's $1 million last week, $2 million, about 10 days ago. This is happening more and more. Now, Todd sends me this story out of Connecticut. And Alejandro Costa Mata, this guy was blamed for going into Home Depot and stealing doors from Home Depot, $300,000 worth of doors. And he got, indicted on this. But this is what this guy did. And tell me you haven't been to Home Depot and you haven't seen, behavior like this. This guy goes out and walks into Home Depot, grabs the cart, and puts brand new doors in the cart. Okay? And then takes the doors, doesn't purchase them, slides them to customer service, and then gets a refund for the doors. I don't have a receipt. The doors are hundreds, the cheapest doors, hundreds of dollars a piece, and he'll have 4 or 5 of them, so you can get $1,000 for the doors. Well, sir, you don't have the receipt? No, sir, I don't. I don't have it. Okay, so what he does is he goes out and gets store credit. Crazy. Wow, look at this. Fruit stands open. Okay, on Balboa Island. Look at the size of these onions, man. Onions for a week. Let's make some onion rings out of those things. Jeez. So what this guy does is he goes and he takes it to the exit, and you're thinking, well, who's going to be stupid enough to fall for that? Well, sometimes they don't fall for it. They say, no, we're not going to give you a refund, sir. So what does he do? He takes the doors with him, rolls the doors out the door. I'm sorry, I wasn't allowed a refund. I'll take it to the other store. And then steals the doors, rolls them out the door. Isn't that wild? I mean, when you think about that, that is just incredible that this guy gets away with this. Now, he did this to the tune of 300 grand. $300,000 worth of doors this guy stole. Isn't that amazing? So once again, guy would walk in, grab something, take it to the customer service desk and ask for a refund. Never purchased a thing. Oh, we can't give you a refund on that. Take it, steal it, take it to another Home Depot. Yeah, I just wouldn't give it to me in Tustin, so I'm down here in Irvine. Give me my money. Isn't that wild? You guys wonder why everything's so expensive. It's because of things like this. But they're cracking down on this. We've seen videos lately of where shop owners are fed up and they're taking matters into their own hands. That's your own decision to do stuff like that. But man, oh man, are people fed up with this? You bet they are. They're just tired. But this guy is facing serious jail time for the $300,000 in door theft, because what they did was, where are we missing doors? Let's take a video. Oh, there's Alejandro right there. You know what I mean? So share your thoughts on this. And we're seeing more and more. But Todd, thank you for sending me this story, because it's a regional story that has national implications, because this is crazy. People are getting more and more brazen, more and more creative when it comes to this stuff. So let me know if you've seen anything like that yourself. Now, everything is great in the global economy. There is not a thing to worry about. Just go about your day. Canada TELUS, one of the largest telecommunication company in Canada, just announced that they're getting rid of 6,000 employees. Going to lay off 6,000 employees because sales are down, restructuring, and they want to maintain profitability. But everything's good globally. Don't worry about it. Just go about your day. And you 6,000 people that lost your job, sorry, okay? Everything's good. Okay, the money's in your bank, you just can't see it. Remember that. Okay? It's crazy. Karl Nehammer is an Austrian banking official, chancellor. He wants the banking industry in Austria to maintain cash. He wants cash to be a right, and he wants it written in the Austrian constitution because he's worried about digital currency. He's worried about the change to the economy. He wants it so that people can have the right to cash. If you want to pay for cash, have the right to cash. And if you want to have, think about this, if you have people that come in from other countries, you want them to pay with local currency. You want them to go get local currency and pay for things with local currency. Well, how's it going to work if I use a card from the States and I go to Austria? No idea, Dan, but don't worry about it, you know. Well, Carl's going to got your back, you know. Carl's going to make cash, you know, part of the Constitution over there. People that are leaning towards this digital currency, there's that many people that are fed up with this idea of a digital currency. So it's not just everybody's going to roll over and play dead on this thing. So get ready, guys. Get ready. Next thing, Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam's starting to smell jail time is what he's starting to smell. He's getting worried, so he enlisted more lawyers, Harvard lawyers, to work on his defense. And the idea with this is to keep him out of jail. So it will be interesting to see if this plan works. And, you know, it's nice. I mean, all that money that they had and that they hid and everything like that from your cryptocurrencies. And again, I know people that had money in FTX that literally pulled it out with less than 30 days before that place collapsed, and they had no Bitcoin account. How this guy is like not pleading to 25 years or anything like that is beyond me, okay? It's absolutely insane. But Sam Bankman-Fried's hired a bunch of new lawyers from Harvard, and they're going to take care of him, okay? So share your thoughts on this stuff right now. Should cash be a right? Should we have cash? Yes or no? Let me know. I'm going to end this video with these last few stories. And the first one was an email sent to me by Christine. And Christine said, isn't this ridiculous? And I have to agree with her 1,000%. She banks at Citibank, and she also travels from here to Mexico a lot. So having a place in Mexico, she has to have an address there and have things shipped there. She ordered new bank cards to Mexico. Took forever from B of A. Goes to Citibank, story time, doesn't get it, and finally gets a supervisor on the phone, and they said, well, don't you have somebody here in the States that then could forward it to you? You can't forward mail from one country to the next. It doesn't work that way. You have to have it shipped to that country. So she says, okay, well, there's a problem. Our vendor that prints the credit cards, they're out of plastic right now, and they can't make credit cards. Who believes that? I want you guys to think about this. You're the card company, and you've got the Citibank account. Wouldn't you have enough plastic to make all that money? Because you'd be making money hand over fist printing debit cards and credit cards for Citibank alone. Okay, so if you guys don't believe that they don't want us to have access to our money, you're kidding yourself. That's the first thing. Next thing is, we talked about this before, Tupperware just did a restructuring plan, and their stock in after hours one day shot up 90%. And the next day, when it looks like the plan's going to get approved, the stock went up another 50%. So, you know, for those of you that were children of the 70s and 80s, you remember Tupperware parties. How great is that? Now, final story, Jeff Bezos. Amazon's earnings get announced, and his net worth his net worth shot up $11.2 billion in a day. And I called Wells Fargo Bank and said, I've got, Jeff Bezos kind of money, you just can't see it in my account. So you go buy one of those yachts and do that kind of stuff. So understand how stupid this is? Okay. You guys get it. Okay. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Remember, we've got that kind of money, you just can't see it. Onward and upward, guys. I'll see you very soon.